Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Taylor demands that Ridge be married as soon as possible. After Ridge Forrester's guilt trip is stopped, or at least attempted, by Eric Forrester, Taylor Hayes will seek an earliest possible wedding date, according to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful. Thomas Forrester has been sharing his sense of confusion with Ridge at Forrester Creations. Thomas feels as though he always ends up by himself now that he is not engaged to Paris Buckingham. Since he isn't designing for any certain line, Thomas is also not feeling particularly satisfied with his profession. Thomas is clinging on Ridge and Taylor's reunion as the only bright spot in his life now that it has become so chaotic once more. Thomas has been pleading with Ridge not to take his family away from him since he doesn't know what he'll do if he loses this too. Ridge will find it increasingly harder to leave Taylor and return to Brooke Logan as a result of Thomas sending him on a guilt trip. According to B&B teasers, Ridge will confide in Eric about his worries about Thomas, who might lose his mind once more if Taylor and Ridge split up. Eric will, however, maintain that Ridge cannot allow Steffy Forrester or even Thomas to have any say in this matter. Since Brooke is the woman he secretly desires, Eric will encourage Ridge to follow his heart and go straight back to her. Although Ridge will continue to struggle with all of this, Eric will give another powerful speech about Ridge's destiny and how Brooke is the one he belongs with. Taylor will put pressure on Ridge to proceed with their marriage preparations as soon as they meet. Taylor will insist that they decide on a wedding date as soon as possible so they may begin living out the rest of their life together. Although Ridge may put off getting married for as long as possible, she clearly expects him to keep his word and get married. According to spoilers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor will be keen to announce their wedding date, so keep checking back to see if Ridge will give in. Luna is not pregnant after Thomas and Paris break up. According to The Bold and the Beautiful, Sheila Sharp's bear attack served as the inspiration for Luna Nozawa, while Thomas Forrester and Paris Buckingham split was made public. When Ridge Forrester saw the post-rescue photo of his father with Brooke Logan at Forrester Creations, Thomas questioned whether he really needed to kiss her. Thomas acknowledged how much he needed this reunion because his life was in disarray, and asked for assurance that Ridge wouldn't harm Taylor Hayes again. Thomas claimed that she had truly harmed him once their engagement was called off, and he then bemoaned the dishonesty of her entire family. Thomas also had little purpose in his job, because he was not creating for any specific fashion brand. Thomas complained that he was always left alone and implied that he couldn't stand Ridge's betrayal of Taylor either. Thomas appeared so desperate that Ridge started to worry that his son could turn back. With tears in his eyes, Thomas begged, keeping the emphasis on how much he needed his family. Brooke updated Katie Logan in the design office on the episode about Thomas's return to town and how it made things more difficult with Ridge. Since Ridge was only delaying his inevitable reunion with Brooke, Katie was adamant that he stop things with Taylor right now. When Taylor noticed Lee Finnegan passing by her office at the hospital, she stopped her to talk. Taylor tried to persuade Lee to open up about Luna, but Lee didn't go very far. When the topic finally turned to Thomas's return to Los Angeles, Lee spoke with Taylor about his previous struggles and hoped nothing would cause further problems. Luna was upset over her unfavorable pregnancy test result at Lee's house, so she concealed the stick when Sheila showed up. Sheila tried to calm Luna down after she told him how excited she was for Will Spencer to learn she was still alive. Luna pretended that her own retaliation would make sense if Sheila could withstand a bear attack. Sheila pointed out that Luna's bear attack was a hoax. Pretend it? Yes, that might work. As inspiration struck, Luna said to herself, fake results. Luna was clearly developing a contingency plan to trick Will by fabricating some pregnancy test results. When pushed into a tight spot, Luna said, "The great thing about people like them is that they can make anything happen." Luna did, however, concede that, once she was by herself, she might have taken the exam too quickly. In any case, Luna stated that she was creating a future with Will rather than hoping for it. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna will keep changing her intentions as they go along, but Will always receive unsettling news. Thomas makes a startling new romance arrive. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Thomas Forrester's return to the CBS serial opera is only a few days away. It's been over a year since he left. He was engaged to Paris Buckingham and preparing a wedding at Eric Forrester's estate when we last heard from him. But in a year that might have been different. Thomas has undoubtedly heard about Paris's mother, Grace Buckingham, and the mess she caused with Liam Spencer's fictitious disease. Perhaps he would have explained to Paris that her mother had no right to openly steal from Liam's father, Bill Spencer. It's possible that Thomas and Paris broke up several months ago. They appeared content, but on a soap opera, nobody lasts forever. It doesn't matter that Thomas has always had a thing for Hope Logan. According to the B&B casting rumor, Matthew Atkinson would reprise his role as Thomas. We also found out that Douglas Forrester, played by Henry Joseph Samory, will be returning. However, the papers made no mention of Paris's return. And there's a valid explanation. Diamond White, the actress who plays Paris, has been quite busy with other roles. If B&B casting ever invited her to come back, she probably doesn't have time to appear on Bold and the Beautiful. In actuality, the plot may not require her presence. If so, B&B will undoubtedly invite her to return for a brief stay. Given that Paris and Thomas might have split up, the designer is free to socialize. We are all aware that he has feelings for Hope, but her relationship with Liam and Carter Walton is quite difficult. Thomas might turn to others who are not even related to him by blood, like Bridget Forrester. Another option is Luna Nozawa. When it comes to the insane talk, she may rival Thomas. Despite her apparent obsession with Will Spencer, she might find Thomas helpful. Who knows, they might make a terrible couple that would ruin everyone's life. According to previews on The Bold and the Beautiful, Thomas will make a big surprise appearance. Watch the CBS soap opera to see how everything turns out. Who do you want Thomas to end up with, B&B fans? Please use the comments box below to let us know what you think. Don't forget to watch The Bold and the Beautiful, which is available on Paramount Plus and CBS during the week. Paris gone, Thomas's desperation, pregnancy test results. Finally, a recap of The Bold and the Beautiful is available. Luna Nozawa receives the results of her pregnancy test in today's episode. Thomas Forrester, meantime, is anxious to see his parents again. The absence of Paris Buckingham is also mentioned. Thomas keeps lecturing Rich Forrester about Brooke Logan and Taylor Hayes. At last, Thomas displays a tabloid photo to his father. It shows him saving Brooke's life and then giving her a passionate kiss. Rich claims he had to save her life since she was on the verge of death. Had you to give her a kiss? According to Thomas, the entire family is depending on Rich to avoid hurting Mom's feelings once more. This is urgently needed by Thomas. By that, what does he mean? According to Thomas, Steffi Forrester Finnegan, and he had been waiting for this to occur for years. Now that he's back, Thomas will make sure Brooke doesn't try to get back into Ridge's life. The subject shifts to Paris. Thomas doesn't want to spoil Taylor's wedding atmosphere by blaming her for everything because the young woman truly harmed him. Thomas lashes out at the treatment of Liam by the Paris family. Thomas doesn't have a career or a woman. Although he is not associated with any fashion line, he is designing. Thomas tells his family that he wouldn't be able to handle it if they mess things up. He's not working and Paris is gone. Douglas Forrester spends all of his time with his pals or working on his studies. To accomplish this, Tridge is required. They constantly bringing up Taylor's broken heart syndrome. Thomas's desperation worries Ridge. That was his previous personality. Is he all right? Thomas tells his dad he's all right. At the office, Brooke and Katie Logan are talking about their jobs. Brooke mentions that Ridge saved her. But Brooke asserts that deeds speak louder than words. Why hasn't he spoken to Taylor yet? The blonde is unable to comprehend. Katie believes that Ridge is pursuing Taylor, which will only make the woman feel worse. Brooke is not envious of Ridge's circumstances. Thomas is back in town, the blonde says. Thomas will prevent Brooke from believing that she will be reunited with Ridge. According to Katie, Steffi and Thomas are grown adults who have their own children to take care of. Additionally, Katie believes that Ridge's children will have to acknowledge that saving Brooke is romantic. The blonde believes that Thomas is trying to dissuade Ridge from getting back together with Brooke. According to Katie, Ridge must leave Taylor. Now, Lee Finnegan walks past in the hospital hallway. The doctor is called in by the psychiatrist. They discuss having a strong interest in medicine. Regarding her mourning over Luna, Taylor inquires. The doctor is unwilling to talk about her. They discuss Steffi and the children. Lee thinks that while pampering is okay, there are instances when stern love is required. According to Taylor, the children are not yet old enough to require it. Lee spots the engagement ring out of the blue. Taylor acknowledges that she and Ridge are engaged. Taylor mentions Thomas. Lee inquires about the young man's past struggles. They talk about Thomas getting past his problems. Taylor will support her son in the event of a setback. Luna waits for her pregnancy test results at Lee's house. It's bad. Luna conceals the pregnancy test when Sheila Carter-Sharp pays a visit. They discuss Will Spencer. Luna is eager for Will to learn that she is still alive. Sheila isn't supportive. Grandma tries to talk sense into the girl's head. Luna has no chance of being with Will, according to Sheila. Sheila's bear attack is brought up by the young murderer. Sheila's statement that the bear incident was a hoax gives Luna an idea. Sheila advises her granddaughter to use common sense. According to Luna, she will not entrust her destiny to anyone but herself. And Luna, that will be your worst error. Luna is reminded of her incarceration by Sheila. According to the grandma, Luna must be reasonable about her level of independence. Luna is adamant that she can accomplish anything. Sheila hopes everything works well for her as they embrace. Luna displays the negative pregnancy test as Sheila departs. Luna will make her future with Will a reality.